6'1", from Chicago, Illinois, your host for the Give and Go Hoop Show, Low Battle. What's up? Hey, Low Battle, the Give and Go Hoop Show. First of all, I want you to holler at me and tell me, where do you think Carmelo Anthony should end up? Should he end up with the Lakers? Should he end up with the Knicks? Should he end up somewhere else? Should he stay in Denver? But let's put an end to this drama. You know, I've kind of looked at this whole situation, people, and I'm just, I'm gonna come at you at a whole different perspective, because I don't know. First of all, what the hell is the Lakers doing? I'll tell you what the hell the Lakers are doing. What the Lakers are doing is trying to remain relevant. Okay, because they, think about it. They came down with this whole Magic Johnson, Jerry West got on their case. They not playing any defense. They not this. They old. They this. They that. And so now, and then they lost a couple of games. And so now what it is, they're trying to make a splash. Even if they don't get Melo, they just want to remain relevant. Like in other words, sell the fans on the fact that we're trying to bring Melo there. First of all, me personally, big mistake. Melo, Kobe, it's the same thing. It'll be very similar to Miami, but it'll be worse than Miami. You know why? Because Melo and Kobe are the same person. They play the same game. They need the ball the same amount of times. I mean, they both have the ability to pass, but will they? It ain't going to happen. I mean, so if the Lakers pull the trigger on that, and Melo crazy enough to go to L.A., be a big mistake. They ain't going to win the championship. That's all I got to say about that. I kind of broke it down to this. People, it's a simple thing. Basketball is a simple game. There's 4 type of players that are actually in the league. And you kind of need them all. No, you don't need them all. I'll take that back. But there's 4 type of players. Players fall into 1 of 4 categories. And those categories are like a role player. In other words, just a player, in the league. Stars, franchise players, and bust. In other words, somebody who you thought was going to be a franchise player, but he turned out to be a bust. And so what I've come to realize is that on a championship team, what you basically need is you need yourself a couple of franchise players, but you can't expect to win a championship with a bunch of role players and maybe what we consider stars, because that ain't going to happen. And the reason I kind of looked into this, because I was really evaluating the Knicks and trying to see why Melo would be a good fit for them. And the truth, he will be a good fit, because here's the problem. The Knicks, if you blow this because you're trying to hold on to role players, which are just players, and usually what defines that? I mean, it's funny. It's no real math to it or anything, but you are what you are, as the old boy Dennis Green said back in the day. They are who we thought they are. And the truth is, it's just that. How you come into the league, they know what you're going to probably be. That's why they invest in you. The only time they get fooled is when you're a bust. And so let me make this point real quick here. Wilson Chandler and Landry Fields. That seems to be a very big sticking point for the Knicks right now. These are young and upcoming players. They are what they are. Wilson Chandler was picked in the first round and 23rd pick. First of all, stars are not picked in the first round beyond 10. If you're usually a star if you picked in the first round between 1 and 10. And that's the same role that falls in for franchise players, between 1 and 10. If you're a first round pick and you not in the lottery, you're not a star. You're just a player. You're just going to be a good player. You're not going to you're not going to pan out to be, you're not going to turn into a franchise player. You're going to remain what you are. Now, Landry Fields. I know Spike Lee wears his jersey to the game and all that, and he's an exciting young player, but oh boy, they got him in the second round. And he's probably going to be a good player. He's definitely going to probably be a good player, but are you going to blow getting Carmelo Anthony because you're trying to hold on to Landry Fields? And then you got Raymond Felton. First round pick, not by the Knicks, but first round pick, fifth pick. Okay? What does that make him? That makes him one of those star players. How is he playing for the Knicks? Like a star player. How is he complimenting Amari? Like a star player. Which brings us to Amari. First round pick out of high school, ninth pick. Franchise player. You build your team around that person. Then we got Eddie Curry. Came out of high school. First round, fourth pick by the Bulls. What is Eddie Curry? We all know what Eddie Curry is. He's a bust. Okay? And so when you look at that, to give up Wilson Chandler and Landry Fields to add a Carmelo to basically Raymond Felton and Amari is a significant upgrade, which is going to put you in championship contention. If not this year, definitely next year. Because there's always another Landry Fields out there. There's also another Wilson Chandler out there. So that's to be had. So all I'm saying is, New York, don't mess this up trying to hold on to a prospect that you think is going to pan. Landry Fields and Wilson Chandler will never be franchise players. You're trying to get another franchise player, Carmelo Anthony. You're trying to get another franchise player. Those two will never be franchise players. So you need to accept that and know that's true. Let me give you an example of a team that did just that. No, it's not the Miami Heat. Okay, Ray Allen, first round, fifth pick. Paul Pierce, first round, 10th pick. Right under the wire, huh? Remember when Paul Pierce didn't have those other players? Boston wasn't doing too good. Kevin Garnett, first round, fifth pick. Rajon Rondo, first round, 21st pick. Kind of like Wilson Chandler, but he's a point guard. And it took him a few seasons of getting beat up by Doc Rivers before he came around into his own. Rajon Rondo is not a franchise player. You take those other players off of Boston, and Rajon Rondo is Steve Nash on the Suns. You know, he's a good point guard that, no, he ain't Steve Nash, because Steve Nash can shoot jump shots better than him. But that's what I'm saying, people. That's the real deal. So, first of all, let's recap. The Lakers are just doing this to become relevant so they can get some press and then people could talk about them. And even if they did pull the deal, it'd be the worst damn deal you ever saw, and it would not work out. But, at least the people in the Staples Center would be happy. Secondly, there's only four type of players. Role players, stars, franchise, and bust. And if you're trying to win a championship, you need yourself some stars, you need yourself some role players, you need at least two franchise players on that team. You need at least two franchise players. Look at Miami. Go ahead. Wade, LeBron James, franchise players. You can build your franchise around them. Bosh, regular star, right? Okay, and that's where they are. So New York, don't make the mistake. Pull the trigger. Whatever you need to do. If you have to get rid of Wilson Chandler and Landry Fields, then do it. But I don't think you will. So may all your jump shots hit the bottom of the net. Life, love, and hoop forever. Peace. Tell a friend. TheHoopHookup.com. Peace.